What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, with some breaking news today. Well, this happened earlier today in the morning. Turns out the Lakers have signed sharpshooter Jamil Wilson. All right. Now, this guy was on a two-way contract with the LA Clippers, and he's a sharpshooting small forward slash wing who can stretch the floor. He was shooting at about 42% plus from the three. So, yeah, that's the news for today. Also, wanted to address some rumors. Some crazy rumors are starting to surface. So I guess Magic and company have started to turn the wheels. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you, brother. So turns out the Lakers have now put 3 players on the trading block. Okay, we have put Jordan Clarkson, who is no surprise because his contract is worth about 12 to 14 million a year. We have put Julius Randle, who's also no surprise because he's not projected to return to us in free agency, right? Since they're trying to sign 2 max contracts, and Julius is probably going to want to get paid. And the third one is a surprise to me. They put Larry Nance Jr. on the trading block. It's a surprise, however, I do have an explanation for why they did it. Love Larry. He's been a great glue guy, great veteran, not veteran, but great locker room presence, and just a great overall guy to have on any team. I also saw him as a future piece to be like a glue guy once we got into the playoffs. You know, these are the type of players that make game-winning blocks, plays, dunks, dive for balls, and do a little bit of everything. So, gotta say, I'm a little disappointed he's on a trading block. However, I do understand why he is on a trading block. I believe he's on a trading block because the Lakers are going to try to make a move for DeMarcus Cousins. All right? Now, we might trade him for like a late first-round pick and then grab that pick and flip it along with Clarkson and Julius for DeMarcus. At least that's my speculation. Or he's on the block because he hasn't improved much, right? He hasn't really have offensive arsenal that he can go to. He doesn't have a go-to move. He's not comfortable shooting all the time, even though he makes them once in a while, and he can't really stretch the floor beyond the three-point line consistently. So that's basically why I think those are my 2 theories to why they're moving Larry Nance. One is to try to get a draft pick to include in a package for DeMarcus, and 2 is to just, you know, move away from the whole Mitch and Jim era and, you know, get rid of most of the pieces that they can. And also because he didn't improve much in the offseason. So at least that's it. No, it's not a recap, bro. This is just this is breaking news. We signed sharpshooting forward Jamil Wilson, who got released by the Clippers. He was on a 2-way contract, but apparently they didn't want to pay the repeaters tax. So we actually, you know, came up. This is a come up. But he is on a 10-day contract. He's going to still have to prove himself. However, he should be available by Thursday. So that's the breaking news of the day. And plus, I was just addressing the rumors of the trade rumors that have been going on. Moves are going to happen, guys. We have a month to make them happen. But that's what's going to happen, guys. In my opinion, like I said, 2 reasons why they would trade Nance. I'm still going to feel sad. For me, it's harder to see him go than Randle or Clarkson, because Randle or Clarkson, even though they do have potential, I think they've already reached their ceiling. However, Nance is just a great locker room guy, like I mentioned, and just a great guy to have around the team. Never complains, whether he comes off the bench or doesn't play at all. He's never complains. He'll give the team whatever. So that's just my speculation. You know, the only reason I would see it happening is to try to get DeMarcus or just to get a pick or something moving forward. I love Nance too, man, but it's unfortunate. I think he's going to get traded. February 8th is the trade deadline, so brace yourselves, guys, because we might see like some sort of halfway fire sale. The good news is Magic tends to agree with me. You know, great minds think alike. I'm just kidding. But seriously, Magic and I are on the same page. He also sees the young core as Kuzma, Ingram, Lonzo, and apparently Josh Hart, because those aren't on the move at all. They haven't been included in no trade rumors, so that's the good news. But Nance, you know, again, it's going to hurt me. We drafted him. Loved the guy since day one. And it's just going to be tough. Like I said, Julius has a good skill set, but he gets OC sometimes. He gets out of control, so I wouldn't pay him anywhere close to what he's going to want this summer. And Clarkson is just too one-dimensional. He has tunnel vision. So both of those players can be replaced by a star, in my opinion. Nance, however, is he's one of those guys, man. He's rare. He just does what he's supposed to do. Doesn't give you too much, but he gives you enough. He's kind of like Corey Brewer in a way, where, you know, he'll have the highlight play here and there, plays defense, hustles, does a little bit of everything. But That's what it is, man. I think it's time for this overhaul to happen. So let's not worry about it. Let's just see what Magic's got up his sleeve. I'm telling you, I really believe he's going after DeMarcus. People have been tweeting and messaging me on Instagram, sending me all kinds of posts that they've read around in the rumor central of how we might go for DeMarcus. So that's probably what is up their sleeve. If not, if this is just a fire sale, then best case scenario, we clear cap for 2 max free agents. But we have to execute and bring them. So that's what it is, guys. At this rate, I'll take a couple of questions, man. I just wanted to update you guys real quick. You guys already know. #1 source for everything Lakers. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys worried about these trades? What do you guys think of Jamil Wilson? Will he make the roster? He's on a 10-day contract. So let's see what happens, man. At least we got the wheels moving. You know, I'm happier with Magic. I knew he wouldn't sit on his hands like Mitch and Jim. So that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? How old is the guy we signed? He's 27. But technically, he's a rookie. He was undrafted from the 2014 draft. So he's basically a rookie still. And he was doing really good for the Clippers. The only reason they let him go is that the owner's too cheap, doesn't want to pay the repeater tax. That might be the same reason he trades DeAndre Jordan. So, Dan, you think LeVar's going to hurt the free agency? Hopefully not. Hopefully not, man. But he does need to keep his mouth shut from this point moving forward. You see all the bad publicity he's bringing us. So that's never good. Do you think he trade Clarkson, Randall, and Nance bring home Boogie? If they don't want Nance, we might have to flip Nance for a first-round pick, but I think it should be enough if they're ready to give him up. Yeah, I'm sad, too, for Nance, bro. Trust me. I told my girlfriend about it, and she was like, oh, that's kind of sad. You know, Nance is just a great guy, great character guy, and you don't get to draft a lot of those guys, especially in this day and age. Everybody's all worried about their numbers, and, you know, this guy just wants to win, so I appreciate him, and I'm always going to be a fan of his no matter where he goes. Dan, have you noticed Lonzo is filling out a lot more? I think if he eats better, he could reach a new energy-wise. Look at the acne. It's from his diet. Yeah, I agree, man. He definitely got to eat better, but he's young. I know how tough it is to keep a clean diet. Like I said, I've been trying to get back in shape, and it's always a struggle, man, because these snacks are always attacking me. You know, they're always coming right at me, so got to eat them, you know, as they come, one by one. But hopefully, yeah, he does improve in that area because I believe the kid is the real deal. I will miss Nance, but in Magic we trust. I'm right there with you, bro. Same train of thought. Nance is getting traded? Where? Not sure yet, buddy. He's on the trading block, which means he's up for grabs for the right piece. I'm sure we're not going to give him away for just anything. He's more of a attachment kind of trade piece. Whereas if we land Boogie, we might have to attach him to another deal to bring them a first-round pick. Or we might, if they want Nance, then they're going to have Nance. But another reason, hey, what's up, Jeffries? How you doing, bro? Another reason I think this is happening is because we're moving away from the old traditional big man that could just bang and can't shoot threes. Since Kuzma came in, he's obviously going to be a starting power forward when these trades go down. He is the prototypical future-type power forward. Been saying it since the season started. Now, Julius, you know, unfortunately, he never consistently hit the outside shot, nor did Nance. So that might be another reason why they're moving on from that. To play in the Luke Walton system, you got to be able to shoot threes, apparently. Dan, non-Laker question. My thoughts on Trey Burke to New York. I mean, he's a good pickup for them. You know, it's a good backup point guard for sure. New York has been having a decent season, so good pickup for sure. I like Trey Burke, so, you know, good luck to him. Dan, Nance is a hustle guy. We need that guy. I agree, man, but at the same time, we need a lot more than just what he brings. It's my preference that we keep him, but if we need to trade him in order to land that star, then make it happen. Larry Jackson, I appreciate you, bro. Does anyone else remember Magic trade board with Dang? Yeah, the Orlando Magic? Yeah, but they probably wanted something attached to it. Maybe they wanted D'Angelo as well, so we ended up getting rid of Moscow. That's what it is. Hopefully Wilson doesn't hinder Kuzma's game. I don't think so, man. The more shooters, the merrier. More weapons for Lonzo, and it'll make the game easier for everybody because now, since we don't have that many shooters, they clog up the paint. The defense does, so it's hard to get in there. Dan, we're stuck with Dang. According to the rumors, yes, they've given up on Dang, but maybe they'll stretch him in the summer. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. Not sure how it's going to work. Who is this guy? I mentioned it earlier in the video, man. After the video, you can go ahead and replay it, bro. He's an ex-Clipper. I'll tell you that. How much is Nance contract? You know what? I haven't even looked at that, honestly. Like I said, I think he's just the attachment to a bigger trade. I don't think Walton can coach Boogie. Yeah, it's yet to be determined if Walton's even going to be the coach of the future. Hey, what's up, Albert? How you doing, brother? Hey, Dan. Pelicans said they're not even listening to offers for Cousins. Think they just want a better four. Well, I'll tell you what. The Kings said they weren't listening to offers for Cousins either. So anything's possible. In a month, things can change. Hey, Dan, I'm disappointed. Why trading young guys? We still win this year. No picks this year. They can do that in the offseason. I will put KCP and Lopez on trading block. The reason KCP and Lopez aren't on the trading block is because they're more worth to us as expiring contracts. That's the reason we're going to be able to sign at least one max superstar in free agency. So that's why they're probably not going to get traded unless we trade them for another expiring contract. The reason the young kids are getting traded, mainly Clarkson, is because Clarkson has 12 to 14 million every year. Is going to be bumping up his salary. So he is in the way of two max free agents. As far as Randall goes, we won't be able to re-sign him at the price he wants. And it's not even going to be worth re-signing him if he's inconsistent. So might as well get something for him now. Maybe we could flip him into a draft pick. Or, you know, best case scenario, get an all-star like Paul George or Boogie by the trade deadline, including Randall, who's had kind of an impressive season, right? So you got to think of it from other teams' perspective. They don't want our garbage. They don't want, you know, KCP and Brook unless they're trying to clear cap space. But who they really want is young talent. And the young talent that's probably not going to be a part of the future are the ones that Magic Johnson has posted on the trading block. So let's just bear with Magic. And so far, he's done a good job of bringing in good pieces, especially in the draft. But, I mean, he brought in a solid vet in Corey Brewer. You know, he drafted really well. And he did a good job of bringing in Kuzma, you know, even though he traded away D'Angelo. But in the process, he got rid of Mozgov. So that overall, he's done a good job. Let's just roll with the punches and see what happens. Again, I'm not too happy about trading Nance. However, I understand that it might be necessary to get the player we want in return or to sign free agents in the future. Trade Randall and Clarkson. Nance is a good role player. What do you think, Dan? I think if they're able to get both of those contracts off the books and bring in the player we want, either whether it be Modric or Boogie or whoever, then they'll do it. But most likely it's going to take Nance. Nance is a commodity around the league. Everybody can use a glue guy who's super athletic, fun to watch. He'll put butts in the seat just by his dunks. And he's not a locker room problem. So any team, he fits right in with anybody, even including contenders. So if a contender has an extra first-round pick laying around and they need a good, savvy player who can do a little bit of everything, then, you know, Larry Nance is your guy. Like I said, I'm always going to pull for him no matter where he goes, man. He's just a great guy, giving us his all. Gotta love Larry Nance. You know, he made his mark here with Laker Nation. So even though he doesn't put up the numbers, he's just a great person, and he's a fun guy to watch. No more Morrow. Well, again, the guy we picked up is on a 10-day contract. So if he doesn't shoot lights out, then they're probably going to drop him and try somebody else. So there's still a possibility. Lakers are going to get Modric. That'd be great. I really love Nikolai Modric since last year. You know, he caught my eye with his sharp shooting, and he's actually a very good power forward. So I like him a lot. And if we get him, that would be a really good deal. He would actually be part of the core moving on to the future. So he fits in with any team. The way he stretches the floor, rebounds pretty decently, and he just has good basketball IQ. So Modric would be a pickup for sure. Dan, do you believe the reports that OKC is committing to keeping PG till the offseason? Probably, because lately they've been playing a lot better. So there's a chance of that happening. However, if they hit a losing streak of any kind and they fall in the standings from here till February 8th, then anything's possible. Remember, GMs sometimes they'll say one thing to save face, and then at the end of the day they'll do another one. So money talks, and at the end of the day, if things aren't happening the way they want them to happen, anything's possible. I want us to pull it off without trading our young. Well, unfortunately, our scars, we have to get rid of these guys because, like I said, Randall's not coming back. You'd rather lose him in free agency or because if another team gives him a hefty contract, let's say $18 million a year, some team like the Dallas Mavericks is, hungry for youth, they're gonna throw a big contract at him. They do that, we're not matching that. He's not even worth 18 million. He's maybe worth like 12 to 14 max, and that's if he stays consistent. If we give out another bad contract, guys, it's gonna set us back even further. So we might as well trade him now for an expiring contract and maybe a draft pick, or in a package to get one of the stars we want to get this summer. That's always, that always has to be what moves the Lakers forward. We got to think for the future, not just for now. Understand that Julius is very good and he has a bright future here, at least as a very good starter, at the very least, if not a star. So I understand it's going to hurt to see him go, but it might have to be done, guys, especially because we're not translating into wins with these players on here, him and Clarkson. And like I said, Clarkson has his contract is going to get in the way of 2 max free agents, and he's just not producing like we want him to. We want him to be a combo guard, playmaker slash scorer, but he's just been one-dimensional and inconsistent. So, yeah, I think both of those players are going to be gone, unfortunately, for a lot of fans who are attached to those players. Love your passion. Always looking forward to your live streams after each game. That's what's up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. DTLF. See, I'm missing a lot of comments. My bad, guys. We kind of have a hefty room today. It's kind of full. Let's go. I really do believe LeBron and PG-13 are coming. It's yet to be seen, man. I hope so, but we'll see. DTLF. Alonzo will make sure Jamil gets a chance to hit open shots. I agree, man. If this guy is a sharpshooter that he was in Clipperland, then I'm looking forward to his acquisition. However, some players don't show up for the limelights. Playing for Staples Center for the Lakers is one thing, and playing for the Clippers is another thing. No pressure at all playing for the team that hangs selfies. However, when you're playing for the team that hangs banners, total different animal. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. Dan, what do you think about trading players on the trade block for DeMarcus Cousins? I'd do it. Again, if that's all it takes, let's do it. Yo, Dan, how do you feel about a trade with Randall for Nikolai Modric and a second round? I would do it. Again, we need that type of sharpshooter, and he's very consistent, very efficient. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, ever since he came back to the Bulls, they've been, lighting up the league. They've been winning. I think they won 8 out of the last 12 games or something like that. So that one player can make a huge difference, and I think he would be lethal with Lonzo Ball. So we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, we don't know the asking price for these players yet. Around the trade deadline, we're gonna know everything, man. So it's getting closer and closer. Dan, do you think we need an upgrade at our backup point guard? Well, Matthew, we can always use an upgrade. However, Tyler Ennis has been playing better as of late. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But, he can always get cut if he starts playing bad again. Has Bryant played an NBA game yet? Not a whole game, but he's played like garbage minutes. Honestly, he hasn't had a great chance. If Jamil Wilson does good, do you think the Lakers would extend his contract? At least for the end of the year, yeah. I think so. We need shooters, man. Big time. As long as we keep Ingram and Kuzma, we should be good. And Lonzo. Don't forget Lonzo, my brother. Lonzo's a hot commodity. Point guards like him aren't made that often. DTLF, do you think Jamil Wilson will play well, then sign him for a longer contract? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him play. Again, I don't watch the Clippers like at all. First of all, their commentators are annoying. Oh, me, oh, my. Sounds like a retirement home. Not to be mean, but that's just what it sounds like to me. And talking about bingo every time somebody hits a three. So I cannot watch the Clippers. And secondly, I don't know much about this kid, so I'll have to wait. I'll reserve judgment on him until he plays. Dan, you notice Lonzo's shooting better with his undershirt, UCLA style? I'm not sure if it's that. Month by month, his NBA shooting percentage has improved. So I really think it's just him getting more playing time and getting more accustomed to the NBA. This team needs to work even without Lonzo, and Luke's bad coaching. Can't be depending on few people. Yeah, but honestly, few people makes a difference. They make a lot of a difference. One person can change the whole dynamic of your team. A la Pau Gasol. Remember when we got him? Before him, we were struggling, and everybody was always injured. Kobe had nobody. But once we added Pau Gasol to the mix, the whole dynamic of the team changed so much that we made it all the way to the finals in that very same year. So that's what I love about basketball. One move could change your team like that. So that's why I haven't gave up on the season yet. Dan Wilson hit 5 threes in a game last week. That's good to know, man. But again, bright lights. Lakers, different than the Clippers, man. When you play for the Clippers, like, honestly, nobody's watching, so you feel a lot more comfortable. When you play for the Lakers, all the stars are watching, celebrity life, the limelight. It's the best. It's the best platform you could play on. Personally, in my opinion, maybe I'm biased because I'm a Laker fan, but I think in the whole NBA, New York and LA are the 2 best places to play on if you're an NBA free agent. So, different animal, man. Yeah, I've been hearing that question all day, Combat Sports Talk. Is this guy good, bro? I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch Clipper games. I hope so. I mean, you would think if he's shooting, 42% from beyond the arc, sounds good. But let's see it, man. Let's put the pen to paper. I want to see the product on the floor. Here's my number 1 and only source for the Lakers. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You're my number 1 and only source for everything else, LA, man. So I appreciate you, bro. Everybody, check out Combat. That's my dog. Clipper Darryl watches. That's it. That's funny. Yeah, I agree. Hey, you gotta respect Clipper Darryl though. He's been faithful to that team. It's a shame the way that last owner treated him and banned him from Clipper games. But hey, what do you expect from a classless organization like the Clippers? He should have been a Laker fan though. He's a little confused. Dan, how do you feel about the trade Randall for Nikolai Motric in the 2nd round? I'd love it. Again, Nikolai has been great for the Chicago Bulls. The only reason they're trading him is because they need to tank. They need to tank. They don't have a franchise player yet. So that's the only reason. Dan, Doug McDermott can shoot threes, and it's nice for the Lakers. Yeah, but I think he's actually pretty nice for the Knicks. I don't think they'll be trading him. Unless, they might want Clarkson, but I wouldn't give up Clarkson for Doug. I need a little bit more for Clarkson. Bro, what do you think of us trading Randall Clarkson and Nance? I just mentioned it earlier in the video, bro. I'm a little sad about Nance, but I understand. I explained it earlier, bro. If you want to rewind it after it's done, I basically said, just to give you a recap, that the reason I believe Randall and Nance are being traded because Luke's system has to do with a lot of 3-point shooting, and we need more stretch 4s. So that's why obviously we signed the 4 that we signed today. However, Randall and Nance didn't really improve in that area over the summer, so that's why I think now they're being, they're expandable, especially since the emergence of Kyle Kuzma. So I hate to see Nance go, though. He fits in on any team, man, and I wish him the best of luck if he does get traded. However, the other 2, I think we can replace them, their production easily if we get a star. Just my thoughts, so. I appreciate you, bro. No problem, man. Anytime. Dan, you think we're getting Cousins? Again, it depends on where the Pelicans are standing by the time February, rolls around. So we'll see. Soon enough, we'll know. I'll tell you by February. Ask me again around February 1st, and I'll tell you. You know what? Yeah, they're struggling, or no, they look better. They're going to stick it out with him. Depends. Motric is a 4, Adam, but you can always slide Ingram to the 2, put Kuzma at the 3, and have Motric at the 4. That would be super sick for stretching the court. For Alonzo would have multiple weapons, and now we'd be rolling just like UCLA was last year. So, Dan, how can we get Anthony Davis? We probably can't unless we give up Ingram, who I wouldn't give up because Anthony Davis is always injured, man. I believe in sticking it out for Brandon. He's going to be special. Very special. What about those 2 white guy sharpshooters on the Lakers Summer League squad? They're not proven players. I guess they can give, Matt Thomas a 10-day NBA contract if he's available, but we'll see, man. Honestly, I'd rather get proven shooters like Morrow, who have been around. We need a proven commodities. That's why I'm not too hyped about this Wilson guy, because, again, he's basically a rookie. We don't know if he was just, like, shooting hot for the Clippers for a little bit and he's going to cool down, or if he's the real deal. So we're going to find out soon enough. Should Jordan Clarkson get traded? Yes. Yes, if we want 2 max free agents. However, I do like him off the bench if we don't get 2 max free agents, so that's tough. But, yeah, I think he should get traded, man. He's kind of one-dimensional, honestly. And he's been here for 4 years and doesn't have a huge impact on the team. But, we could say the same thing for a couple of players, so debatable. Finally getting Alonzo and Ingram, some dang shooters. I agree, man. This is overdue, but hey, at least it's coming. If we were under Mitch and Jim, they'd probably still be tanking, even though we don't have draft picks. The logic to those two, man. Think about it. Those two were not smart at all. They passed on Hassan Whiteside, even though he had a good workout for us, and we needed a big man at the time. They passed on Isaiah Thomas, who everybody could tell was going to be a stud since he played for the Kings. He was a beast. You know, they passed on Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn. So that's the holy grail, man. Obviously, I'm happy we're under Magic now, and he has some sense of urgency. You know, he's making some moves here before the trade deadline. So, yes, I believe Magic is our savior. Just give him some time and see what he could do. Julius Randle made his teammates frustrated, LMAO. And that's because I feel like he has kind of a bad attitude. He's always, you know, he's always upset about his role. He should be upset about losing. That, to me, tells me he's kind of selfish and only worries about his own numbers. Dude, you should worry about the losses. You should be mad at yourself for not boxing out and rebounding, you know, because he's perfectly capable of it. But sometimes I see he gets lazy. So that's what bothers me. All right, Combat, I'll catch you later, bro. Peace out. Hey, we got Lonzo, though. Exactly. KCP has the IQ of a peanut. Oh, man. Avery Bradley is a perfect fit. I wonder if Detroit is trading him. I would love Bradley, but, I mean, they just got rid of KCP to get Bradley, so I'm not sure if they would do it. All right, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys are the best fans out there in the world. And hopefully we get to see Jamil Wilson ball out for the Lakers on Thursday. He won't be playing tomorrow. However, he should be ready by Thursday. So that'll be interesting. And, again, looking forward to breaking more news to you guys. I'll keep my ear low to the ground and keep it locked right here for all things Lakers. All right, anyways, that's going to cut it for me, guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.